Hey guys, what's up? This is for Phoenix, and this is kind of an update video for a previous video that I posted, how to play Monster Hunter online with PPSSPP or the PSP emulator. Um, I'm making this update video because, one, I left out some critical information that is important. Two, I noticed something about the host. We're gonna get to that later. Anyway, one thing I forgot to mention that's important is when you go to the PSP download, you need VC 2003 runtime required. I completely forgot to mention that. I was out of it when I made the other video, so I wasn't really focused. Yeah, that's that. About the Evolve host, me and my friend wanted to play for the past 2 days, and I noticed that he wasn't online, which was kind of a problem, and I noticed that if he's not online, how are you supposed to play? It's like you can't just always wait for him to be on. So I found an alternate way to play Monster Hunter, or supposedly this method works with any other game. Um, I've only tried it with Monster Hunter. I've never really tried it with any other game except for Gundam vs. Gundam Next Plus, but that one didn't really work. But it works for sure with Monster Hunter. So to get started, you're going to want to find your PPSSPPINI again, but we're not going to need it just yet. Just make sure you have it on standby because you're going to need it. And the start button, actually, hold on. Let me see if I can open network sharing, see if you can find that. This is the one. You're going to want to find your connection, this one. You're going to want to remember this wireless network connection, or whatever your internet is. Whatever your internet is, you got to remember this. You can leave this open. The way I got to that is right click your internet and open network and sharing center. You get to this. This is your internet, so you're going to look for this. We're going to get to this right now. Now you hit your start button. You type in CMD and hit enter. Now, in this box, you're going to type in IP config space / all. Hit enter, and all this stuff is going to appear. All this isn't necessary. You're going to find wireless, well, whatever your internet is, you're going to find it. So let's look for it. That's Hamachi. Here it is. This is mine. Yours is going to be different from mine, but it doesn't. This is what mine is. So here's what you do. We don't need this anymore now that we found it. Now you open your PPSSPP INI file again. Locate, you could do Control F and again look for System Param. It's under the same one. And you're going to change your MAC address. This is one of the other things I was talking about that was important information that I completely forgot to mention. You have to change your MAC address and make sure it does not match anyone else's MAC address, or else your PSP emulators are going to crash because two of the same emulators are trying to connect and it won't register that. So here's what you do. You find the physical address, which this is it. This is my MAC address. This is what you need. And you change it to this. Make sure instead of dashes, it has these colons. So pretty much just delete it, add these two, and move on. Delete, so that way you don't touch the colons. It has to keep 12-digit numbers. So make sure it doesn't exceed that. I don't know if you can exceed it or can't, but just keep it to this MAC address, to the one that you find in your internet connection. Now that you do that, I've tried it with Tungle. I'm pretty sure it can work with Evolve or maybe Hamachi. I've never tried it with those because me and my friend just use Tungle. It's a lot easier. It's another free software too. And that's pretty much all you need to do. And then here's what you do. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention before I forget again. The Pro Ad Hoc server, the IP address that you put, make sure you put your friend who has the better internet, so that way your room isn't that laggy or anything. It'd be a little better for that. Um, that's pretty much all, I think. The host of the server is gonna need this. I'm gonna post a description for this. It's the ad hoc server. When you launch this, this little black box appears. Here's what happens. Let me launch up PSP. And I forgot to plug in my controller. 1 second. Is it on? Yes, it's on. Okay. Let's just do Monster Hunter because I know for a fact that one does work. I'm doing it in window mode because you need to see what happens when someone tries connecting. Now we're gonna go to the guild hall. Online. Okay, guys, failed hardcore because I forgot I didn't have Tunnel on. Alright, so let's try this again. When you connect to the room, to the person's IP address that you connected to, you're gonna wanna go to Online Guild Hall, and you see this appeared. This is pretty much telling you that this person has connected. And you can just join this one, and it's telling you what room he's going into. And this works the same method with all of your friends. Apparently, from what I read, this version, I mean not this version, this way of doing it, you can play with 4 players. From what I read, I'm not too sure about that, don't quote me on that. But 3 players do work again. Oh, one more thing before I forget about this. For some reason, he says in system, for some reason, he says it works best if this is set to 1,000. We did it. Seems to work. We get no problems. One problem that me and my friend do get with the Evolve server that we do not get with this method of online play is we can do all the quests. When we tried doing that with Evolve, some of the quests wouldn't work and we can't connect together. So far, we tried those quests again with this method, and it does work. So, here's an alternate way to play online. You still have to do that speed, you still have to do that alternate speed thing, which, you know, it's a hassle to remember, but you gotta do it to be able to connect. Other than that, yeah, this is an alternate way to play Monster Hunter. If you need any help, you know, I'm more than happy to help. If you can't find your MAC address through the command console, you know, or if this way's too complicated, you can always stick to the Evolve server. But if you want to host your own server but you can't figure it out, you know, I'm here to help. Just ask me and I'll help you out. But if you need help, you're gonna have to send me a PM because I do not have my YouTube account linked with Google+. It can bite me. Anyway, that's pretty much all. This is just a little update video how to play Monster Hunter online, or any other PSP game online. If you guys want to test that, go for it. I know the one that won't work for sure is Soul Calibur Broken Destiny, because that one you can't even get to the multiplayer without the game crashing. Well, not really crashing, but it just takes you to a black screen. Anyway, hope this helped you guys out. See you guys later.